from Advanced Performance Shooting again, and we wanted, for our hot topic this week, we really wanted to kind of close out our one of 100 standards for concealed carry video, but the hot topic ended up being standards and training in general. Lots of talk the last several weeks. It's been coming for some time. People starting to talk about standards, and I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Most of my adult life, I was either in the Army, retired after 21 years. I spent another couple years contracted, and then another 8 years as a Department of the Army civilian in the Advanced Law Enforcement Training Division, teaching military SWAT teams. And I think that standards are the basis by which all other things should be judged, but that's simply not always the case. A standards-focused training company. Lots of folks aren't happy with the standard. Sometimes their experience has been that the standard has been watered down to a point to accommodate more people, and it's no longer valid. Lots of times in the concealed carry market, we could see standards that are suggested we follow local law enforcement or perhaps a federal law enforcement qualification as that being a justifiable standard for training if we had to use that in a court of law. And there's nothing wrong with that position at all. With a background in training and training development, in part which includes a standard development, we wanted to approach this from a little bit different angle. We wanted to kind of approach it from the bad guy perspective. We looked at the Federal Air Marshal Qual pre 9/11, talked with the creator of that qualification to see how it came about, but then we started on the bad guy perspective. What can an average person do? What's a response time for an average person? What's a movement time, a biomechanical movement time from one place to the next based on a stimulus, audible or visual, and we calculated all of those times and we compared them to the original Federal Air Marshal TPC qualification, and we found out they were very, very close, even though that's not how Tom Bowens originally developed it. So we started looking at it from what a bad guy could do, and then we added the shooting solution. Inside of the average reaction times, I have to be faster than the average person that I might meet on the street and might be a bad guy actually is. Training performance with that same baseline standard, if you will, to evaluate different equipment, different types of carry. We can evaluate inside of those same standards, different types of carry firearms, how more or less proficient I might be with a smaller or a larger. Measure our skill set compared against average times. Lots of folks say that's way too tough of a standard. We can't believe you introduced that to a concealed carry student. If the average bad guy is capable of performing, taking away the shooting side, at a given speed, to us it stands to reason that we should also be able to work inside of that given speed and offer a shooting solution when that's what's required of us.